We're all powerful. We're all great women for the fact that you can play, right? Right, Zeus?
Yes. Well said. Your mommy is so smart. I feel so empowered just talking to you. Hey Camille!
Hey, Ponggay.
Hey girl, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. You know, it's such an honor to see you face to face right now because I've been seeing you on Instagram lately, and that's as far as my stalking can go. So it's nice that
don't worry.
I can actually have a conversation with you.
It's the same way, hashtag girl crush.
Sheesh. No, you're actually my girl crush, so don't say that.
It's okay.
Watch
now you
out,
follow.
Shine! Yes. Okay, so the real reason why I called you is because I got something in the mail today, and it's really cool. It's a big honor because it's from Puso Pilipinas. Inside the letter that they gave me is a question card.
Okay.
And it's really cute. It looks like this. And there's a question here.
Okay.
And I think you're the perfect person to answer this question.
Well, I'm honored. Okay, let's hear it then.
Camille, what would you change about the women in sports narrative?
Personally, I want to change the narrative of being compared to, our male counterparts and stuff. Just the narrative that we are strong, we are independent, we're capable of doing everything that they say a man can do, but we can do better. As women, we just need to change the narrative of kind of being the second option, the backup, the afterthought. I feel like we need to be more in the spotlight. We need to get that recognition that we deserve because, man, there are so many amazing women. Right? So,
facts. I think I'm gonna agree with you that it is really empowering when you see other women growing in the game, and you see they can do just as much as, I guess, what men can do. I think that narrative of being compared and getting the recognition that we need is right. I think I would probably change the idea that women in sports are usually sexualized. I would say that.
Yes, love that one. Especially
what I
for
was
you,
thinking of.
In volleyball, right? I feel like that's a big kind of issue that you guys face in comparison to us for basketball. I think there's definitely a difference in the way we're so-called sexualized, right?
The other day I was actually having this conversation with my guy friends, and they were saying, oh, the only sports that could probably have a bubble right now would be volleyball because people watch volleyball because the girls there, they're so hot and they wear short shorts, and I'm like, that's not the only reason why people watch volleyball.
Yeah.
I guess that's one thing that people should be aware of is that it's so different for my sport and then your sport. I'm always watching you guys play because I have friends in the women's team, and you guys are getting so good. I mean, kudos to you and your streak in NU for never losing. Wow.
Yeah.
And if people watch that, they're gonna see how good you guys are, and it's never about what we're wearing or what we look like. I guess that's one thing that I'd like to get off my chest.
No, I mean, I totally agree with you on that. In terms of basketball, it's kind of the opposite. A lot of people say we aren't as popular for the reason that you guys are popular, right? They compare and contrast when it comes to us that, a lot of you guys look like boys, with your short hair, your long shorts, you guys are all covered up, but everyone's missing the point that we're trying to make. It doesn't matter what we wear, what we look like. The reason we want you guys to watch us is because we're good. We work hard. Nobody's out here sexualizing men's calves or whatever they're wearing, It annoys me. It frustrates me when a lot of my teammates who are so talented, they don't get any recognition just because, they don't have long hair like me. Those girls are 32-0. Some of them are obviously, how many? 64-0. Right? I didn't set up that streak. It wasn't me. Honestly, you guys are so amazing, volleyball. I'm so happy that you guys have, all the recognition that you do have. But it sucks when a lot of the recognition kind of goes towards the way you guys look, right? So.
I hate it. a lot of our players get really sexualized. Like sometimes they even make comments like, "Oh, it doesn't matter if she's not that good because she's really pretty in the court." Like, no, what's
she
the
looks
point?
good. She's so photogenic.
Or like they'll talk about her game, and then they'll say, "Oh, but she's not that pretty." And
Always the side comments.
they always
right?
put up against the other teams because of the way we look or like the way they look. Like, oh, they lost and they're not as pretty as them. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Just focus on how we play.
Yeah. It's always a side comment. Like, you can never have a conversation about women in sports without making a comparison to their looks, the way they dress. It's always something other than what we can do on the court.
There's so many talented girls
Yeah, for
that
sure.
you said need more recognition, and like there should be a proper pro league for you guys too. I'm sure a lot of people would want to watch that. Well, I would, because I love seeing you guys play. But like seeing the game, like you are a Philippine basketball player, like girl, flex that. Sheesh.
Obviously, the community of women's sports in the Philippines is huge, but the support from the people outside of that community is minimal, honestly. Like,
We will continue to fight for this. Like even if we will continue to be sexualized by other people,
not
we're just gonna
stopping
keep
us.
pushing through and working hard and lifting, doing everything that men can do,
Yes.
but we can do while we're bleeding. You know what I'm saying, girl?
yes, I love that, right? Like, no shame, us girls can do a lot under many different circumstances in comparison to men. So, but I have a question for you. As a Philippine women's volleyball icon, what are your dreams for, the women in sports coming up, right? Like, what are these next steps that we as a community, not only as athletes, but as, spectators, what can we do to kind of like reach those steps that you and I have just been talking about?
Well, my dream for women in sports is that a lot more sports will be given opportunities to allow these women to thrive, give them more opportunities to become a better athlete, because it shouldn't just be volleyball. What about the girls who want to play basketball,
Yeah.
or like the girls who want to be in different kinds of sports like swimming? Like, I hope all the other games and sports out there can also get recognition and
Yeah,
have
I love that.
opportunities, like empower all sports,
Yeah.
so that women can have the freedom to choose which sport is going to make them happier and which sport is going to give them a future.
I think it's our job as players now to kind of build that foundation for the up and coming, girls in sports, because we want them to have that option that maybe you and I didn't have, right? Honestly, we just got to show our stuff. I think the more you kind of put yourself out there, the more you speak about these issues, the more the conversation continues. That's really all that matters. We need to keep the conversation going, because as you can see, everything is getting popular in the States. The viewers are up, the social media engagement is up there. So, we have the blueprint. It's not like we're new to this. We're not starting it off on our own. We have people we can look up to. We have leagues that we can follow. And I think people just need to give us the opportunity. That's what a lot of women lack, right? We're all powerful. We're all great women for the fact that we can play, right? Right, Zeus?
Yes. Well said. Your mommy is so smart. Wow, that was
Empower
like
women.
perfectly said. I feel so empowered just talking to you.
Bro, thank you. That means a lot.
Okay, Camille. How do you picture women in sports in the future?
I mean, the picture that I put in my head, the one that I use to power me through all of these types of conversations, is us receiving the same amount of love, the same amount of opportunities. I don't want women's sports to be an afterthought. I read an article about that, and I think that's something that really stuck with me, is that women cannot be an afterthought to everything that the men have, right?
Facts.
Like UAAP, I want the stands to be filled. I want girls to be all over the media. I want the drafts all of this stuff to be televised. I want social media overflowing with women's in sports because we're
so
tired.
true.
We're tired of the men. Come on, like, we're amazing. Women can do everything. Like Ponggay said, we can do it all while bleeding.
Yeah, we were there the whole time. We can do what you guys can do.
Exactly.
Y'all just didn't say it.
Yeah, right?
Like Hidalin Diaz, you know, all those other athletes.
Yes.
Like weightlifting, fencing, taekwondo. There are so many other athletes who don't get the recognition that they need.
There's a market for that. There's a market for all of that. We just have to push for it, keep talking about it, because we're tired. We work so hard, you know? Not only us as athletes, but even the few media outlets and journalists and producers and social media managers, just those people who try and push, you know? They're doing their part. So, you know, guys, chip in because it's a team, it's an effort. Everyone needs to push for something if we want it to happen.
That would be a really, really dope future. Can't really picture anything better than that. Maybe it would be dope to see more women just helping each other out, you know? And hopefully there would be more people like us who can share how they feel, you know, and like empower other women.
Yeah. A lot of media just puts us against each other, like, oh, which one's the prettier one? Oh, this one's better than this one. Like, no, you guys make us seem like we all hate each other, but we actually love each other. We're all,
Yes.
you know, everyone idolizes everyone in the women's sports community.
Exactly, yes.
Right?
They put us against each other, but they don't know behind the scenes. We're like, girl, I'm such a fan.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Well, personally, me, I'm a fan of all the people I go against. Especially when they do something to me that's like dope. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my God.
It just goes to show that, you know, a lot of us face the same issues in women's sports, but we all have the same goal, to push it forward, right? So, honestly, I don't know what's next for me, but what's next for you, Ponggay? Tell the people, let them know.
For me, I'm probably gonna play volleyball for as long as I can. And
That's what the people want, Ponggay. Give it to them.
yeah, because you know, I'll have a small window of opportunity for this, and my body is not gonna allow me to do it. And hopefully, by doing that, I can inspire other girls that they can do what I can do.
Yes.
You know, and you can also be outspoken and like, hopefully, if I continue to fight for other women, then that's what I plan to do. Just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yes, I
Keep
love
lifting, keep working out, keep getting better at my game.
that. Yes.
Because there's still so much to learn and so much to
Honestly,
improve
yeah.
on.
Well, I'm so thankful that you called me and that you slid into my messages because you are my idol. And I'm so glad that we had this empowering talk, and hopefully we can schedule our Frenchie dates soon and have more
Yes, we
empowering
should.
talks, right?
I completely agree with you, especially on that Frenchie date. We should do it.
Yes.
Although I do think our dogs are going to kill each other.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, they might.
Can I see Zeus?
Yeah,
Is he over
he's-
there?
Say
Hey,
hi.
little cutie pie!
Say hi.
Hey! Oh, you're so
Maybe
cute.
we can have a date with Ponggay and Chain if you behave. Can you behave? Yeah, I didn't think so. That's okay. One day.
Thanks also, Camille, for answering my call. You know, you could have seen zone me or left me on delivered, but no, you picked up.
I would never.
So, oh yeah, I was able to talk to you, and you know, I got this awesome question from Puso P, and I'm so
Yes.
grateful that you were the person I got to talk to with this. So yeah, it's a good detox session. I feel so empowered, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future.
Thank you. We'll talk again, Ponggay.
Okay, see you soon. Bye.